Hey guys, what's going on? It's New here, and I'm back with a new video. Been a couple of days, a little while since I put up a new video, and it's been a little while since I did a face cam, letting you guys know what's going on with me and what's up. So, as you may have known with the title, I'm going to be talking about my experience with PAX Prime 13. I know it's a good couple of days late, really good couple of days, but you know, I had a little stuff to take care of for the past few days and weeks, so now I'm ready to talk about it and tell you guys what was up with that. But first, I also wanted to inform you guys of some things that are going on with the channel right now. Just to let you guys know, I am going to be going to college this next Saturday, this upcoming Saturday, because, well, obviously I'm going to college finally. Everybody else, like all my other friends, are already off doing their own thing, and so now it's finally my time to go. So Saturday, the 21st, till the 30th is going to be our week of orientation to get adjusted and look for our classes and things like that. And then I'm excited, but I'm also nervous. I also have to get a job for work study. It's a part of my financial aid loan that I have to take care of. So it's I got an email back from one of these ladies I contacted. So hopefully I can get that job. But there are all kinds of things that I'm kind of worried about because I haven't been at the school long enough to explain to people where everything is, and that's one of the jobs for the office assistant. You have to be knowing where everything is so you can take phone calls, direct people whenever they call, and things like that. So there's also the bookstore, which I really wanted to get into, but the lady never emailed me back. She emailed me back a few days later after I sent her the first email with my resume and everything, and after that she never emailed me back or called me back. So I was like, okay, well, I'll call you tomorrow or whatever. But I was supposed to call her today, but I had some stuff to do today, so I didn't. So tomorrow I should, when I go to my physical therapy thing. And if you guys were wondering my physical therapy, what are you talking about? My back, I have scoliosis, so it's not exactly straight, which is why I always sit up against my bed with my pillow behind me when I'm starting doing my gaming, so I'm not sitting on my bed hunched over and everything. Well, that's what I'll be doing this weekend, going to school. Like I said, I'm really looking forward to it. A couple of my friends from high school are going with me, so I won't be alone. It's a real hippie school though, so it's probably going to be a bunch of people smoking weed and partying and stuff like that. But everybody else that seems to go there seems to like it, so I'm really excited. Now moving on to everything else, like I said, I did want to give you guys a quick update on what's going on with the channel. Me going to college, that does mean that I'm probably not going to be putting up as much content as I would like to. Because I want to get used to college life and I want to have a good experience. High school was really rough for me. Middle school was really rough for me. I had procrastination problems and organization problems. I really want to start off good at college so that I make sure that I'm succeeding. So what I probably won't be bringing is I probably won't be bringing my PS3 for the first maybe month or so. And the PS4 is coming around the corner anyway, so I'm going to be getting it soon. But yeah, I might not bring that. I'm rooming with one other guy. He's a freshman too. He was talking about the same thing. You might not bring his stuff as well. But I will bring my Vita probably. So if I feel like taking this camera and doing a Vita video or something like that just to entertain you guys while I'm out there doing that stuff, then maybe that's what I'll do. But I just want to get adjusted first, so I start off strong. And then also, in terms of my channel, if you have noticed, if you watch my Persona videos, some of them have been taken down. Pretty much all of them have gone unlisted. I haven't taken them down. I'm just unlisting because if you've looked on the forums for Atlas, there's been some Russian woman or something like that going around taking down videos, flagging videos, and there's been rumors Andre was suspicious of the fact that because with the Persona 3 movie coming out, the new Persona 4 Arena coming out, Persona 5 maybe being announced at Tokyo Game Show, it's all speculation on why it could be Atlas going around taking them down. That's what he thinks. I don't really think it's Atlas, but I'm not sure. So I hid all the videos for now, but I'll upload them again later or switch them back to public when this all blows over. And also on to the other parts I wanted to talk about. I was saying that with my channel now, you won't be seeing any more edits for a while probably. That last one was my my Greatness Awaits 2.0 trailer. I switched it up. I wasn't going to do Long Live Play 4.0 because the new slogan is Greatness Awaits, so I wanted to do that. If you haven't seen it, I'll put a link in the description, or I'll probably just put up an annotation or something like that for you to go check it out. I actually really liked it. It was supposed to be a lot longer than that, but with so many games, you don't understand, with so many games and so many different clips, it's hard to figure out, where to put certain things because it has to match up with the music. You want to make it edit and make it look cool. but also you have to give it every game enough screen time, and it's different when you have one game and you can just continuously lay out tracks wherever you want and stuff, or where you think they should go, because you may have this awesome sound effect in a song that would go perfectly with one game, but the way that it's set up for the last scene that you had, it would go better with a different clip. So it's kind of complicated when you're mixing up a bunch of different games. But if you haven't checked that out, I encourage you to go do so. It's pretty awesome, and I think a lot of people liked it. It hasn't really gotten that many views or anything right now, but maybe later. With that being said, that also means that the Uncharted 3, yes, the Uncharted 3, oh gosh, Uncharted 3 Faded montage, it's pretty much canceled indefinitely, guys. I really, really am sorry to those of you who were looking forward to that, and to those of you looking forward to the Wipe 'Em Out remake, but Uncharted 3 is just, it's, you know what it is, it's pretty much dead to all the hardcore Uncharted fans. I mean, there's the new people that like to go play, and there's the free-to-play players, and everybody goes back once in a while, but nobody's really on that anymore. I mean, I got a couple of friends that are still on that haven't picked up The Last of Us, so that's obviously why, but I mean, I'm mostly on The Last of Us now, or I'm on Black Ops, or I got a bunch of single-player games that just beat Killer's Dead. I had Blacklist for Splinter Cell, but I got really bored of it, and I was really disappointed in that game, so I traded it in. I picked up Persona 4 Golden in place of that for my Vita, so unfortunately the Faded montage is cancelled. I was working on a Black Ops 2 montage, but I hate the cinema mode in that game. It's so weird, and you have to get used to it. So will that ever come out? Maybe. But as for now, I'm moving over to my other channel, Noir's Fate. If you haven't checked that out, that's where I pretty much, that was like my stomping grounds other than Infotype and Wishiki, my other accounts. That's where I first started doing my personal own AMV videos, and that's where I'm going to be going back to, because there's so much like potential out there. I mean, a lot of the people in the AMV community have pretty much lost inspiration, so all my favorites are pretty much gone. But I feel like I can maybe bring something back from what I've learned from all my editing here on Neo's Theater to Noir's Fate. So I still have some friends that work on edits and AMVs, so I'm going to go do that. If you want to go check me out, feel free to stop by and subscribe if you want. But that's where all my time and energy for edits is going to go, is back to AMVs. Because I want to learn some more tricks and things that I can bring back here when I'm coming back. I will still be doing commentaries and things like that, but it's going to be very, like I said, limited probably. I mean, I say that now, but I could be like, oh, high school is easy. Oh, Crash just sent me an invite for The Last of Us, but I'm busy doing a commentary, Crash, so sorry. But, like I said, we'll see. We'll see. The Black Ops 2 thing, that probably will come out, because it's already started. I just have to finish it. But I'll probably be doing more so of, the Weekly Fighter still, and the Quest to Conquer Babel still. I had an episode that I recorded with Andre, so we can put that up soon. And then also The Last of Us, I'm going to continue to support that with more videos. And you guys can tell me what you want to see as well, what you think I should upload, because you guys are my feedback here. You guys tell me what you want to see, and that's what I'm going to put up. So anyways, moving on from all this, I think I explained what's going on enough. Going back to PAX Prime, I actually got to play pretty much, and I have a list here because this is my list, my little schedule I took with me when I was trying to go see some of the stuff. Unfortunately, I was so disappointed. Friday, the first day, August 30th, I wanted to go see Troy Baker, Laura Bailey, and Travis Willingham at the infamous Second Son booth, or the little, what was it, I don't know what to call it. They were all sitting in like kind of like a theater and stuff, and it was a press booth or announcement and stuff like that when they were talking about it. I got to see The Last of Us original concept one, which was really cool, and they had a really funny scene with Troy Baker and the girl that does Marlene's voice. They did like a whole opera scene at the last part of the game, which was crazy because they didn't even tell Troy that they were going to start singing, and he just ad-libbed it. He improv'd and totally went with it and started singing. It was hilarious. You should have seen it. Everybody was cracking up. But I got to see the original concept, and yes, crazy, here you go. Here's the original concept. Not a really big deal. I could have explained it to you on PSN, but do I want to make you, wait for it, wait for the video? Yes, I want to make you painfully wait. But like I said, it's not that big of a deal. What basically happened was that if you hadn't seen the picture, there was a picture of Tess with a knife to Joel, and he's sitting in a chair. And I gotta explain this quickly, so I'm not making this video go on forever. But essentially what happened throughout the game was that Marlene had showed up, and she ended up dying instead of actually continuously showing up later on in the game. and the main antagonist of the game actually ended up becoming Tess. And I'm really glad they didn't do this, because that would have felt just like Uncharted 2 and Uncharted 3, where the main character gets betrayed and all that. But Tess was actually the one that felt betrayed, because when they were sneaking out of the city, you might remember at the beginning of the game, Joel, Ellie, and Tess are sneaking out through kind of like the sewers, and it's raining, and then all of a sudden they get captured by the people that are, like, you know, patrolling the area, and they're scanning them, and then all of a sudden Ellie freaks out and turns around and shoots them. It kind of happened like that, but Tess had a brother who was supposed to get them through a checkpoint, and in the crossfire, when everything went down after they saw what Ellie was, her brother actually ended up dying, and then Tess and them ran away, and after that, you know, Tess just never trusted Joel anymore, so she kind of left, and it was just up to Joel and Ellie to actually go out and do this thing by themselves. And Marlene, like I said, died early on, so her character wasn't even in the rest of the story. But eventually what it came down to was Joel actually told Ellie at one point to take the car and go away, because he knew Tess was coming after her. And so that's what Ellie did, and she drove away. They had like a dog with them too, and it was like kind of like I Am Legend. She drove away. Tess came and found Joel, and, you know, was trying to torture him to find out where Ellie was, so that she could actually kill Ellie, because she knew how important she was to Joel now. And so he was just like, you know, you're not going to do that. And then it kind of like happens to the fact where Tess ends up pointing a gun at Joel's head, and you hear the gunshot sound, but then like it fades to black, and then it goes back to Ellie, and it was like a pass kind of thing, and she's like, you know what, we got to turn around. So she goes back, and then eventually actually it was Ellie that pulled the trigger in that sound effect, and then she ends up killing Tess. So it was pretty crazy. That's basically the only changes that they made into the story, like, you know, important wise, other than Marlene like dying early on. But I kind of wanted to see that. I kind of liked that concept a lot better, even though, like I said, I didn't want it to be the whole revenge thing, but I felt like it would have been a lot more interesting. And Tess, like I said, you all know that when she died, I really felt nothing for her. I mean, I know that's kind of sad, but it's the truth. I really did not get connected to Tess like any of the characters, like Harry Flynn from Uncharted 2 or anything like that. I really didn't care when she died, so I felt like if she would have became the villain and we would have gotten to know her a little bit better, I probably would have cared a little bit more. But yeah, I hit up the booth for, not the booth, the panel for The Last of Us. I didn't get to go to the panel for Infamous, which I was so mad about. I was dressed up as Delson Rowe and everything. But I didn't get to go. And if you want to see those pictures, go to Instagram, on Instagram/NeoMercer. That's where I'm at, because I got a bunch of pictures from PAX on there. But I didn't get to see them, and I wanted to get an autograph and all that. But I saw Greg Miller. He's freaking tall. And I wanted to take a picture with him, but my phone was dead, which was the reason why I was late to the panel. Even though I was like 15 minutes early, there was still a giant line for the panel. There was like more people in that line than there was for The Last of Us. So that was unfortunate. But pretty much every game, guys, every game that we've heard about that we've wanted to check out on PlayStation wise, I pretty much checked out. I mean, I got it right here. I checked out Second Son, which was lame, because, and no disrespect to the people at Sucker Punch, but it was lame because, you know, I remember back in 2011 or whatever, when I went to PAX, I got to actually play Infamous 2, and I think they were still using the different character, or the different, you know, their different concept for Cole at the time, but I got to play Infamous 2 at that point. And then when I come back and I try to go to play Second Son, they don't have a demo for it. It's just, you go in, you watch the new Fetch trailer that they released, and then you watch the E3 gameplay demo, and that's it. And that was kind of sad, because that was my biggest hyped game. Killzone Shadowfall, last day. Other than Drive Club, that was like the very last thing I played was the multiplayer, which was actually really fun, but it still had that weighty feel, yet all of a sudden it felt kind of like lighter. Yeah, I don't know, Killzone, it felt weird, but, you know, it still looked really cool. Hopefully the multiplayer seems a lot more sturdy on better servers and stuff. Contrast, loved Contrast. The controls were a little bit more awkward than I thought it was going to be. Like, it was kind of awkward to get used to, so that kind of like brought me down a little bit, but it still looks beautiful, and it looks like an awesome indie game, so I'm so excited for that. Arkham Origins Blackgate, worst thing at PAX. I mean, even worse than sitting through the demo of Infamous. At least in Infamous, I got to see the graphics on the big HD TV and how pretty it looked. But Arkham Origins, it was the same demo that we've already played in all the other Batman demos. You clear a room full of enemies on the gargoyles, and then you see a cutscene, and it's over. So that was lame. Arkham Origins Blackgate, I probably liked a little bit better. It was still kind of awkward. on the Vita. It's still slow. It looks absolutely slow when he's fighting, but it still looks a lot. Looks really pretty, especially on the Vita. And the comic book cutscenes look really nice. Beyond Two Souls, I waited in like a really long line to play that. It was like a half an hour long demo, so that's why. At least there was a cute girl in the line. Cute girl. That was awesome. I got to stand next to her when I played the game. I was like, what you doing? Hi. No, I didn't really do that. But I wanted to take a picture of her. But I was like, that would be weird because she looked like the female shepherd. She had red hair and she had like a jacket on, but it wasn't like she was cosplaying. So if she would have been like, why do you want to take a picture of me? I'm not cosplaying. I would have been like, but you're such a beautiful female shepherd in that jacket of yours. That's it. That's all it is. It was like a jacket with an N7 logo on it. It wasn't even cosplay at all. But yeah, I got to play Beyond Two Souls. They're releasing the demo soon. So you guys probably get to play the demo that I played. I'm on the fence about my pre-order about that because I do have Beyond pre-ordered, but I don't really have the money right now. I spent it on Blacklist and Killer is Dead, the money that I should have put towards the PS4. But I really wanted Blacklist, and I'm really happy about my purchase about Killer is Dead because I got some good DLC in the soundtrack, and the game was actually really fun. But I'm kind of mad because Blacklist took up some of the money too, and I didn't get to put it towards the PS4. So now I'm on my grind to get that money for the PS4. So I might not even be able to get the special edition, which is at no extra charge for Beyond Two Souls. And I also played Knack. That was like the first PS4 game that I played. I played the campaign demo for Killzone Mercenaries, which is already out now, so you guys can go play that anyways. But that was a lot of fun. It was just like a really long demo, and I'm like, is nobody else gonna come play? Should I keep going? And I'm like looking around, like, is there a time limit on this thing? Because there was only 2 for the demo for the story, and then like 3 other ones on each side, so 6 for the multiplayer. But I already played the beta, so I was good on that. I played Rain. Rain was really beautiful. It was like contrast. It wasn't exactly what I was expecting, but it was still really nice. So, you know, on those lazy days, those are good games to play. So I'm really looking forward to that. I played Tearaway. Tearaway was absolutely adorable. Like, Media Molecule found out such creative ways that were obvious but still kind of fun to use the Vita for. So I'm really looking forward to Tearaway. I did not get to play Ratchet and Clank. I forgot about that, but I did take a picture with a giant Ratchet. So if you want to go see that, like I said, Instagram. What else did I play? I played Warframe. That was pretty cool, except for my guy or girl or whatever I was playing as glitched out, so that sucked. I didn't get to play Gran Turismo 6 because I was going to wait in that line to play a car game. Like I said, I played Drive Club. Felt pretty good, but kind of really loose compared to the other racing games I've played. And one more important one. I didn't play any Xbox One games, so I didn't play Titanfall, unfortunately. I know I had another one in here. Oh, and I also played Transistor. Transistor! That is like my #1 hyped game now. I'm sorry, but even like it kind of like went like this to Second Son, because Second Son was up here and everything else was down here, but then Transistor just like right here, like just barely above infamous Second Son, because it's beautiful. The music is killer. I hope they release a soundtrack with that game. Like, I just want it so bad, like so bad. Yeah, it was awesome. Transistor was really cool. I mean, the only annoying thing about it was that the sword talks to you. So the Transistor talks to you, and when you were watching the demo and watching everybody else play, you had to wait in this pretty long line, and because it was like a 15-minute long demo that they showed at PAX East, and it was like, you know, the sword talking to you got really annoying after a while because I kept hearing it over and over and over again. And the way he talks, like, you could tell he was a pretty good voice actor, but he had to talk like, "Oh, Red, I'm sorry. I couldn't stop them from taking your voice." And I'm just like, what the heck? And it echoes, and it kind of, you know, like, that game, when you get it, play it with your headphones on, your stereo headset. Play it with headphones on. The music, the sound effects, the character's voice, for the Transistor's voice, it's all awesome with headphones on, definitely. If you got Astros, you're going to love it. Definitely do that with headphones on. But Transistor was really creative, and I really liked it. And like I said, the art style was beautiful. I downloaded the demo for Bastion on Steam. If I like it, I'll probably end up buying it, but that'll be after the PS4, because, you know, I can't be like, oh, I can put out money for this, $15, that's no big deal, and then I get the PS4, you're $15 short, and I'm like, so I gotta save my money for that. But that was pretty much it, guys, in terms of what I did at PAX. I didn't take any video because I just didn't want to distract myself from seeing everything. I just was there with pictures and things like that. Like I said, if you want to go see him, Instagram is the place to go to see all the pictures from PAX. I ran into, not Achilles Might, that was last year, but I ran into Malik again, The Truth. Got to see and hang out with him for a little bit. Didn't get to see Doc this time, unfortunately. I saw Star Slayer. I was sitting down on the Sky Bridge and I was like looking up. I was like, oh my god, it's Star! In my head, I was like, oh my god, it's Star. But she was like talking to somebody, so I let her walk by and I didn't ask for a picture or anything like that. Apparently, Jessica Nigri was there, or Jessica Nigri, and I really wanted to take a picture with her, and I wasn't sure if she was going to be there or not. But afterwards, when I checked her Instagram the other day, because I wasn't following her before, but I checked it and I was like, oh, she was there? Dang it, why didn't I see her? And so I didn't get to go hang out with her, but I saw Reality Pales. It was pretty cool to meet him. And yeah, we just had a really good time, and I have to thank my friend Khalees so much for her support and for getting me the passes like each year. For the past like 3 years I've been going to PAX, and it's all been thanks to her. So I want to take her out to dinner with a couple of my friends who also got the passes to go, so that's what I'm going to try to do later this week before I leave Saturday. So yeah, I had a great time. And if you've been watching for this long, you're awesome. If you're new, subscribe. You know, I'll be around, guys. I'll be around. Anyways, I don't think there's anything else I want to say, so I will catch you guys later. I'm going to go do some gaming or go read a book or something like that, because I got to read this book for school. Doses.